I'm a self-professed pyromaniac, and when I saw glass, it was love at first sight. It was a more direct connection to fire, and it's definitely more physical than working with ceramics. So I was drawn to the physicality and the fire and the spontaneity with working with glass.
Steve Powell's real genius is he'd come up with an art form that is beautiful, touchable, accessible all at once. His art is big, some of it's wild, and it's durable.
It's not analytical, it's not even rational, it's just this irrational rapture at the colors, just the stunning colors.
I came to Kentucky to go to Center College back in 1970.
And so he was a long-haired hippie artist by the time he graduated, and I was a long-haired hippie tennis player, English major.
I came back to Center because there was a job available.
Steve's name came up and I was asked to vouch for his character, and so I lied and I did vouch for his character. And he ended up back at Center, and here we are all these years later. What has always driven Steve is the process. He loves the making of those pieces. He just works like a maniac. And so even if they didn't fetch wonderful prices, even if he couldn't find an audience for them, he'd be doing the same thing.
I have to be in that glass studio, physically working with the glass. And when I go in that studio, we work in such a way that we've created where we are working towards something, and the piece ends up in a climax where it all goes out in probably 1 minute, or maybe it's less. I can't really tell, because when I'm doing that, I'm in the zone. I'm unaware of anything else that's happening around me. I finish the piece and I feel good, but then shortly after that, that's gone, and then I have to do it again. I always have to come back and recharge by doing that process again.
He's just always been in love with color, and of course in 1971, that's the heyday of psychedelic music, and we had that in common, you know, Hendrix and Dylan and the Stones and the Grateful Dead. And I think some of that seeped into the way he sees the world.
I don't really consciously think about some of those influences, but probably were a little bit from the 60s and 70s.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's yet another evolution. I don't know what it is. Maybe he doesn't know what it is yet.
I'm constantly trying to think of new shapes and colorations, and I try many things that the public never sees. I never really know what's next.
He's come into this huge international success as an artist, and his art name is Stephen Rolfe Powell. But of course, he's not Stephen Rolfe Powell to me. He's just Steve. He is still the person I knew in college. No change, you know, totally true to what he always was, and so that's part of what I admire about him.
I'm flattered and humbled by the award, and I don't think it will change the way I work. Maybe I'll be more likely to call myself an artist now and not just a glass maker.